Hello everyone, I'm SP and I have a bit of an insecurity to share. You see, for me to be making YouTube videos, I'm not very versed in all the drama. I don't know who this guy is or what this person did, and by the time I wisen up, someone else is already riding the toxic gossip train. This is exactly what happened with iilluminaughtii. She was wrapped up in some ish earlier this year, and by the time I got around to pointing and laughing with the crowd, I had to make a video about Colleen, who's back, by the way. But luckily for us, we have channels like TheGamerFromMars who made a video and wrapped the whole thing up in a nice bow. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's point and laugh.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Alright, let's get started. Now, before we start, I do want to apologize if there's any background noise. My family is buzzing around. It's the holidays. You know, my bunny's over there as well. Just ignore it. Ignore it. There's a lot going on. It's actually Thanksgiving as I'm shooting this. So I'm sneaking away from my family to shoot a video because I love you guys. So let's get started.
Blair Zahn, better known as iilluminaughtii, once stood as a prominent figure in the YouTube community. Her methodical approach to creating content and consistent video essays on unethical businesses and groups garnered her a dedicated following of over 1 million.
Now, I'm not saying I've never watched her. I've always wanted to get more into her videos and stuff. But yeah, she was really big. She always was getting recommended to me and everything. Really, really big. So I was very shocked to hear this entire thing just come crashing down.
However, a myriad of poor decisions and actions have led to her downfall.
Wait, hold on. That was a huge understatement. Myriad of missteps. There's a lot more than just missteps. There was some bullying. There was some downright illegal stuff, I think, going on. I think even like a lawyer was like talking about her and stuff. So I don't know if missteps is what I would go with.
While there are plenty of videos on this site talking about her downfall and passing judgments, I'm not really interested.
Are those the same people?
In doing that. Instead, I wanted to marvel about how an otherwise competent manager of a large YouTube channel completely self-imploded her career for no reason, and also how her current state of viewership permanently dropped by 95%.
That's a lot.
Which is not like anything else I've ever seen with my 14 years on this website. So let's go back to the beginning of this fallout to analyze the several bad business decisions Blair made to ruin her career within a matter of months, and why I feel it's going to be impossible for her channel to ever make a comeback from an algorithmic perspective.
Yeah, it can never make
Blair's initial...
Speaking of algorithmic, yeah, I've gone from seeing her recommended to me all the time to not getting recommended to me at all. So her falling, basically what happens to her needs to happen to Sniper Wolf. Just complete demolishing of her large channel, her large platform, because she's misusing it.
Success was built on her ability to churn out fairly high-quality video essays on various multi-level marketing companies and all things bad business related. Remaining relatively impersonal, her no-nonsense approach to dissecting unethical business practices set her apart from the rest within the community. Pumping out informative content at an assembly line pace allowed her to earn millions of views each and every month, as she built out a team to write and edit the large output, to the point where some saw her as a content farm. Because of this, I would say the first major pitfall Blair made was to fundamentally contradict what actually brought her success, trying to cultivate a personality outside of her videos. Participating in both live streams and podcasts, Blair would get involved in unnecessary drama with other creators. She has the same problem as Boogie2988, where they can't help but stir up controversy with no gain. If you watch the Mike Klum doc on him, which I highly recommend, Boogie couldn't just stick to covering basic gaming news and internet personalities, but instead he tried to embrace an Andy Kaufman-esque stick that always backfired.
Are you currently doing any YouTube stuff? Is that still something you're doing and you're going to continue to do it?
Yeah, I mostly do commentary videos now.
Just like Boogie's ramblings on social media sites, Blair giving hot takes on these other platforms didn't really increase her income.
Yeah, it was just that self-inserting that doesn't do anything for you other than, I mean, it does do something for you when you do it right, because you're building a personality around yourself. But Illuminaughtii, the channel, it's like Marilyn Manson, the musician. There's Marilyn Manson, there's Illuminaughtii, Blair, but then there's Marilyn Manson, the band, or Illuminaughtii, the channel. And so it's like, to sit here and try to make it like, this sounds like I'm throwing a slug at Marilyn Manson despite absolutely loving him, but like there's you and there's your band. And in Illuminautti's case, she was making it seem like it was just her. Marilyn Manson doesn't do that, but Illuminaughtii does. Illuminaughtii made it seem like it was just her. I didn't know she had people working for her until this happened.
But her need to be part of a community led her to give her opinions on things that really didn't matter and would just inevitably lead to problems. One infamous incident involved her appearance on the Welsh Twins podcast, where she attacked a smaller creator named Madison of the YouTube channel Cruel World Happy Mind. Having only about 20k subscribers at the time, Madison witnessed Blair assassinate her character in front of thousands. Blair's comments during this podcast were seen as unnecessary and harsh, considering the significant power imbalance between her and Madison. Not to mention that the incident took place during the latter's pregnancy, a critical point in time where their doctor recommended they limit their stress levels as much as possible.
Because I was already really, really sick. And so the doctors were just urging me to stay healthy and limit my stress.
Oh my goodness.
And then all of a sudden, I end up in one of the most stressful dramas I have ever experienced.
That's awful.
While the situation would cast a dark shadow on Blair's reputation with a small group in the know, it wouldn't be the straw that would break the camel's back. The real tipping point would be her idiotic drama with creator Legal Eagle, where she'd call him out for plagiarizing her editing style, which came down to mundane similarities such as highlighting text on the screen.
Which is dumb. This is more of that flying too close to the sun bull crap, where you really think the littlest thing is somebody copying you or paying homage, or you wouldn't take it as paying homage, but you take it as actually copying you. This is just copying. This is just highlighting text. Like, are you kidding me? Example B, like, this is highlighting. Everybody does this.
Even if she did have a point, which I don't think she does, by the way, Legal Eagle is in a completely different genre than her with minimal crossover in audiences. Meaning that even if one of his editors did hypothetically get inspired by her work, it would have no effect on her career. But want to know what would affect her? Calling him out on Twitter for no reason. This would consequently backfire. And this one little piece of drama that caused her a bit of backlash would lead into a ripple effect that would destroy her life. Following the tweets, Blair opened herself up to being exposed by former colleagues and friends she had wronged in the past. With former members of the creator collective Blair was a part of, Sad Milk, each coming forward with accounts on their experience with her. Having a good relationship with colleagues is one of the most important aspects of any business, as without it, the entire backbone of your company can fall apart.
Which is why I say the whole making a name for yourself thing isn't bad, because you do need to make a name for yourself.
Sad Milk, The Click, Oz Media, and Wonderstruck iterated how Blair would take vindictive actions against anyone she thought was out to get her, by paying people to dig up dirt on them in an attempt to silence and destroy their reputation within the online community. With the added addition of using anonymous accounts to expose these past friends and peers, it would showcase a more malicious side to Blair's online presence, which damaged her relationships within the creator community and caused the collective to inevitably fall apart. With this news spreading like wildfire, Blair would have no choice but to address these
Before we get to the addressing, I want to talk about the whole paying people to dig up dirt. That was the part where I thought Legal Eagle came in. I forgot the whole plagiarism part. But that seems almost illegal. Paying people to dig up dirt. I would say that probably is illegal. To dig up dirt over someone just to keep them silent or whatever. That's blackmail. So, yeah, that's not good.
Controversies publicly.
Hey everyone. Well, there's no really fun or interesting way to start this conversation. So, you guys know what you're here for, and I'm just going to jump into it the way I know how to.
While it would have probably been possible to fix the situation right here by making a public apology through a concise statement on Twitter, Blair would instead do the opposite, and play the victim card with a video on her main account, where most of her viewers didn't know or care about the drama, but they were now forced to marvel at her ramblings. After subsequent videos made by the Click and Wonderstruck in response, a month later, Blair would take action by attempting to sue Oz Media and sending a cease and desist to Wonderstruck. These lawsuits would only further harm her reputation by potentially having ethical and legal ramifications. When threatening to sue...
Now, I still think at this point, we're a little over halfway through the video. I still think at this point she could have saved herself. She could have saved herself. She could have taken it all back, apologized, not dug herself more into a hole. She already yelled at Legal Eagle and almost caused a miscarriage and was digging up dirt on people to keep them silent. She was already doing a lot of bad stuff here, but we're only halfway through the video. So I think she could have saved herself.
Someone as a creator, there is usually little to no follow through and nothing to really gain. You need to weigh the pros and cons. In a case like this, it would only lead to more people turning on you as the other party becomes a martyr to the rich creator that has the money to fund legal ruination. This would only get worse when it was later revealed of her involvement in the finances and assets of others. This included taking out loans under Oz's credits.
At the time, Blair had bad credit, so all of the purchases, loans, everything was being placed in my name.
What the fuck?
Repossessing Wonderstruck's car and attempting to seize Oz Media's house.
What I can only describe as retaliation from the person who's my ex, former employer, and prior colleague, Blair is in the process of currently foreclosing my home.
Essentially trying to control the individual's livelihoods. Now, I'm not here to break apart these allegations, but rather to point out Blair's tendency to attack anyone who criticized her instead of just ignoring the criticism when it didn't have a direct consequence on her business. She was making a crazy amount of money and didn't need to do any of this. The culmination of...
That was the worst part. All of this was avoidable. I think after the Legal Eagle thing, she could have just, apologized. After the calling out Happy Sad World, I can't remember her name, unfortunately, I'm so sorry, it was just said 5 minutes ago, but calling out her and almost causing a miscarriage, an apology, even maybe a collab to help her boost her channel or something. Like, all of this was without reason other than one reason, and we all know what that reason is. It's pride. It was pride, it was hubris. I think I just used that word wrong. I might have been right. I would use it. I would look it up, but I don't give a shit right now. But like it was all of that is what got in her way. She's too full of herself, and for nothing, because she didn't make this channel from the ground up by herself. She had a team.
These collective mistakes and controversies had devastating results for Blair's career. And this is apparent just by looking at her social blade. And as a person who's been fixated on YouTube analytics my entire life, these numbers show that she utterly destroyed her business. I mean, sure, most people will point out that she lost 170,000 subscribers in a month, but that happens all the time for creators who get canceled. But the viewership drop is what's unprecedentedly magnificent. Her views dropped 90% in a matter of only 2 months, from 10 million in 30 days to only 1 million. And despite continuing to upload while ignoring the drama, they just keep on getting lower. 6 months in and she's now hovering at around 400k views in the past 30 days. This shows that her audience turned on her so badly that it triggered an effect in the current algorithm that just stopped her videos from ever being recommended again.
And yeah, that's the part where I'm noticing I'm not getting her videos anymore. No, like I don't see her videos get recommended to me like they used to. And is that sad? No, it's what she deserves. If I hate that I have to say this because I'm pretty sure none of this has been proven, but if all this is true, if this isn't just allegations, if this isn't just alleged, this is exactly what she deserves. And some of this was proven to be. I mean, I don't think anybody deserves to lose their following over petty drama like what happened with Legal Eagle, but what happened with Sad World, that like that's really messed up. And of course, there's no way she probably didn't know she was pregnant at the time. She could have known. Doesn't mean she did know. Whatever. But it happens. And this happened. and it was terrible. And yeah, her channel will never make a comeback because the algorithm, she's probably still doing better than me algorithmically, but like it's terrible.
Despite having decent editing, titles, and thumbnails, not a single one of her videos has cracked 100,000 views in the past 5 months.
5.
So what happened to make her cancellation so abrupt and permanent? Well, to start off, we need to understand that what made Blair so good at what she did was not her personality, or ability to make really good videos, but rather it was her aptitude at operations. Let me explain. When you think of a traditional YouTuber starting out, they will come up with a topic, write, film, edit, then upload the video all on their own. Maybe some will expand to having a writer and editor to help speed things up in the process. But past that point, you start to become more and more of a manager than creator, causing most people to stop their expansion at this point. Or perhaps they have a business partner jump in to help if enough money is on the table. To consistently put out over an hour worth of heavily scripted and edited content each and every week requires Blair to have a massive team of people all working on different projects at the same time, so while one is being released, she has a few others already being worked on. Say what you will about her content, actions, or personality, but this is a very impressive feat as most people lack the skill set to stay organized and consistent enough to run an operation of this size. But there lies the problem. iilluminaughtii wasn't content with just being a content farm with a host that had a minor cult of personality around herself. She wanted to be part of a community, going on podcasts and tweeting out her personal opinions when it didn't really matter in terms of her business.
And that's why she needed a second channel. She probably has one, I don't know. But that's why she needed a second channel. You know, a second channel so she didn't have to sit up and make an ass of herself. Well, she still could have. But a second channel probably would have gone through the same type of hoops. Maybe not as much hoops, but the same type of hoops to maybe stop her from getting in so much trouble.
In fact, making oneself divisive when you're not running a channel where your opinion matters has no upside whatsoever.
At all.
Sure, other creators such as Hassan Piker or Steven Crowder get a lot of hate, but they also have a loyal audience that will dig their heels in when they get pushback. Blair didn't have that, which made her downfall all the more impressive. Content farms on YouTube survive on people being indifferent towards them, with the owners being hidden behind the scenes as they hire everything out.
Well, hold on. Yes and no, because we have like Turkey Tom. Well, not Turkey Tom, but Tom Dark. Same person, different channel. But like he makes like 3 videos a day. And so he's a content farm, and I think it's just him. His Tom Dark channel, those videos are very low. I don't want to say low effort, low edited. Just like how my videos are very low edited, and so it's like, is that really the truth here? I don't know. I forgot the point we were making here about keeping your opinion out. I think that is the difference between iilluminaughtii and Turkey Tom. Okay, so iilluminaughtii has this impartial docu-series. Turkey Tom is the exact same way. Turkey Tom is also very involved, you know, but he also has his second channel, which is more whatever. God, I'm losing my mind here. He has a second channel which is more down to earth, more just him talking. And so it would be like Sunny V2. Sunny V2 has his docu-series, and then it would be like him running off the Twitter to spout BS and call out Legal Eagle for dumb crap.
As we can learn here, when people actively hate the person running it, the algorithm appears to spit you out of all the recommended feeds. It really is an interesting phenomenon, since I've never seen another account experience the same fate as hers, and I see no way she can improve. The channel is genuinely screwed. So where should Blair go from here? Well, I think her dream of staying an online personality is done. But with her management skills of running a channel of this sort, there's clearly potential for her to either get a job working for another creator behind the scenes, or starting a new channel from scratch with a new host that the public doesn't know is related to her. I don't know if she's too prideful at this point to take either of these suggestions, but this controversial creator definitely has options to be some sort of operations manager. But then again, if she lived well below her means and invested properly when she was making good money, she may just never have to work another day in her life. That being said, she is definitely going to have to stop her operation at some point, as the uploads she currently produces are almost certainly losing her money. Her average video is only getting 20k views, and I highly doubt the sponsors are anything more than affiliate links at this point. Because of this, the only saving grace that might allow her to possibly break even going forward are the 356 patrons that have stuck with her throughout all the drama. But with Blair not talking publicly anymore, we'll just have to wait and see what she decides to do next.
Which I'm curious. Oh, that was the end. It was like, no, thanks for watching. Alright. Anyway, that's the end. Well, that's our video for today. I hope you learned something. Big thanks to TheGamerFromMars for that very informative video. I found it interesting to, you know, explore the differences between Blair and Tom and other documentary channels. You know, mainly the fact that she's unorthodox in her, you know, trying to foreclose somebody's house because they might be talking ish about her. But remember, it's all alleged. I have to say that because you've seen the video. Illuminati loves a gavel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.